Alright guys, welcome back. So in this video, I will explain the features of Pixellab. If you haven't installed the app yet, pause this video, head straight to Play Store and install it. It's completely free to use. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you will be notified once we upload a new video, and follow us also across our social media platforms. Alright, so let's jump into the video.
Alright, so in this video, I'm just going to be explaining the features of Pixellab so you can understand from scratch if you've never used this app before, and I'm going to be fast as possible. Okay, thank you so much. Alright, let's jump into the video. If you look down here on your screen, you're going to see some icons down, right? So there are 5 in numbers. Alright, let's start with the first one. Now when you click on the first one, you will see my projects. Once you click on my projects, you will see my designs that I've created before. A lot of them are saved here in my Pixellab. Okay, let's see the one we can open. Let's open this one, introduction to Pixellab. So I created this design here on Pixellab, right, and I had to save it as a template. Okay, now you save your templates on Pixellab, and then you can extract the file straight to your file, but I'm going to be showing you how to do that in another video. Remember, I'm just going to be brushing through the features of Pixellab in this video. While if you come down here again, those templates here are Pixellab templates. They can be handy for you, but you can go ahead and click on default, click on OK to start creating your own. Okay, alright, so the next icon here is for the text editing. Let's delete this text. Now there's no text in our background. Okay, now the first icon here is to add a text to your Pixellab. Once you add a text, then you can drag it and expand it by holding it here. You can double click to change the text. Let's change this text to Pixellab. Pixellab, and then click on OK. So we have changed the text to Pixellab. Now when you come down here again, scrolling, the first icon here is the styles. There are full styles. Once you click on browse on Pixellab, and then there are also my styles, which are the ones you save directly to your phone. Alright, so I'm going to click on the styles, click on browse, and click on my files. I had to save some of my styles here, so if I want to just use them, I just click on it. I don't have to start creating it from scratch. So I'm going to click on it, and that style is selected. And let's say I want to save this. Okay, let me change the color to blue. Let's say I want to save this style. Now I'm going to click on styles, click on save, and then click on OK. Now once you click on your style, click on browse, click on my styles, you're going to see it's here. If you can see it, you can see the blue color here, and I can delete it if I want to. I don't need it because it's double. Alright, so over down here, the next one is the edits. This one is just to change your text to whatever you like. Let me change it to Chadash media. You can change it to whatever you want. Yeah, so that's the work of the edits. Then over to the delete. I don't think I need to explain that one. Once you click on delete, your text will be deleted automatically. Then once you click on copy, it's going to duplicate your text for you. Alright, you can see that over there. And then once you click on back and front, okay, let's do something. Let's duplicate and slant this over here. Now if I click on back, it's going to go back, and the text here is going to be on top. When I click on the front, it's going to bring it forward. Okay, it's like taking it behind other layers. It goes straight to the back immediately. And then your position here is to adjust. Right, so this one can be very handy. For example, if your text is very small and you can't easily move it with your hand, you can increase this and move it faster. You can reduce it and then move it as fast as you can. That's for the position. While the relative position is to put it in a particular position. For example, if we want to put it at the middle of our design, we can click up here. You can see that it's at the middle of. When you put it at the center, you have to click the both, and you can see that it's completely at the middle of our design. So let's select the up one and click on this back. That's the work of the relative position. Whatever you want to place it is your choice. Wherever you wishes to place it, it's your choice. And then over to the size, you can increase the size through this. You can see that the size is increasing. So this one is a bit limited. Then you can actually use your hand if you want to increase it more to your preferred size. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. Alright, so that's for the size. Okay, now let's increase the size a little bit. Okay, and then use the relative position to put it at the middle. Yeah, we're good to go. Then the pattern is, if you want to move it to your right, you want to move it to your left, whichever one is your choice. Okay, that's the work of the padding. And then over to your color, you can select any color you want. Okay, so there's gradient color also. You can select whichever one you want to select. There's diverse colors here, and you can also add new colors, new gradient colors. Once you click on add, you're going to see the platform, the interface. So you can click on color and select any color of your choice. I'm going to select green and make it a little bit dark. Click on OK, and then I'm going to select here as let's say red, and make it a little bit dark, and click on OK. So that's the color you get to see, and it's going to be added here automatically on this first page. And then when you look down very closely, you can select a, some group of alphabets and then change only their colors, but it doesn't work like that for gradients. Gradients affect all the colors except you click on a color, and then you can just change the color of some text if you want to. So it's your choice. That's the work of colors. Then we have texture. Now the work of texture is, if I want to bring in an image to fill in the space for my color in my text. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to load the photos in my phone. Alright, let's go and see. Okay, so I'm looking for backgrounds. I'll just go straight to my albums, and okay, so these are my backgrounds. I'm going to select this first background here and crop it probably to the size of the image, though you can use it full if you want to, but in this video I'm going to be cropping it. And click on OK, so you can see it. You may not be able to see it clearly. You can also come in to adjust it if you want it to be full. Okay, however you want it. That's the work of texture. So let's undo that. Then opacity, if you want to reduce, make it fade. Okay, what you're seeing there now is the shadow of the text. We're getting over to the place, but right now the main text is not showing, so that's the work of opacity. Okay, yeah. And then to rotate, I don't think I have to explain that. So rotate your text, whatever one you want to do. And then the masking, so you can, I'm going to be releasing videos and this, it can be very handy. Remember, we're just going through the features of Pixellab so you can understand its work. Okay, over to the next one is your fonts. Once you click on fonts, you can select any font of your choice to use. Okay, let's say we want to use this font since right, so we have changed the font automatically. Right, we have changed our font automatically. If you want to make it bold, okay, this bold may not work for every font, but you can underline your text. You can also make it forward slash, yep. And then the curve, yeah. So if you want your words or your text to be curved, you can also make it curve. It's your choice. That's the work of the curve. And your background, if you want to use a background for your texts, I can select any color I want to use. Let's say white. White is a bit handy, it's good. And then you can increase it if you're not feeling it properly. Let me adjust it a little, and then also adjust the bottom a little, then also adjust the right hand down a little so you can see what it looks like. That's the background text, right? So if I reduce it, it also affects everything. So we're going to undo that, and then over to our align. Let me just duplicate this so you can see the work of alignment and make this something like this. Right, so this has been aligned to the middle. If I want to align it to my left hand side, whichever way you want to align your words, it's your choice. Whichever way you wish to align it, it's your choice. That's the work of the align. Then the spacing, you can add more space between your letters. You can add more space within your words. Let me add a word here. Let's just say Chadash media and click on OK. So if I want to, sorry, let me put them on the same paragraph. Yep. So over to the spacing again. So now it's on words. If I want to move the media away from the chart, that's probably it's too close and I don't like it, so I can use that platform or that feature to adjust it. So we're going to undo all of that. Alright, so the line of spacing, let's copy this, come down and paste it so we can see the work of the line of spacing. So you can see the feature or the effect of this if we want to move the text downward. Okay, so the work of the line spacing. Then the stroke. Okay, let's delete this text and add a new text. Drag it and increase the size a little so you can see the work of stroke here. Once I click on stroke, it adds strokes to my text, and I can increase the size to whatever I want it to be and make it transparent. Select any color I want it to be. Let's select red or blue, and then shadow. If you want to add shadow to your text, you can reduce your opacity and increase it. You can make it blur or reduce the blur completely. You can also make the shadow more bolder and then increase the blur. You can take it to your right or to your left, or you can take it downwards and upward. Okay, it's your choice. Then we have the inner shadow. Remember, the outer shadow makes the text look like it's on top of our design, while the inner shadow is affecting the text. Let me zoom closer so you can see it. You can see its effects, right? So it's inside the text. Then over to the emboss. Well, this feature is to give our text a unique look, to make it look somehow robotic. But for some apps, for some phones, this feature doesn't work really cool. right? Like my phone doesn't work. I have to adjust my text to until I get it fitted in. Okay, so let's go back to our emboss. I can off it and turn it on back so you can see the work of the emboss, right? You can see it is making the text come alive, looking beautiful again. Then over to our perspective, I can turn it on and you can select the perspectives for the text, whichever one you want, and do that and click on OK. Alright, so 3D rotate. If you want to rotate your text backward or forward, I want to rotate it sideways, whichever one you prefer. That's the work of the 3D. Then the 3D effects can be very, very handy. Okay, you can see the work of 3D, right? So it's making the text come alive, looking like a 3D text. Then we have the 3D shadow. So it's going to make the text look like it's just standing on its own. And then we have the reflection here. You can see the effects all over it. So that's it for the text.
Alright guys, I'm glad you made it to this point. Introduction to Pixellab Part 2 will be dropping anytime soon. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified once we upload the next video. See you in the next video.